yelling at my husband or my husband's yelling at me. It's a fundamental separation from our remembering love. But love is still there. It's still present. Everything is love. And in that moment, if I can snap into, oh, this is even love right here. This is to get me in touch with, I want this or I want not this. It's all to demonstrate to me, because there's no beginning, there's no end for me with that person. We're just not resonating in that frequency. And so ultimately, when I was like pregnant with my daughter, and I was like, oh, this is an example of what you're sharing. I sat and I was so disappointed with myself. I was like, oh my God, I was gonna go to clinics in Mexico. I was gonna create, I was gonna be the Mother Teresa of medicine. And I really struggled at that time, because here I was with a baby, and I didn't want to bring my baby to places without clean water. And so I sat, and I might have shared the story in class before, but what that experience was like for me in that moment was an egoic goal purpose dying. There was an egoic attachment to being in that clinic. And at the same moment, when I let go and I said, this baby's coming through, I'm having this family, I'm going to serve where I am. A few years later, I was reading poems at a cancer fundraiser, and Greg and Jazzy were singing at his uncle's fundraiser for cancer in Minnesota. And as I was sitting there, it dawned on me that by letting go of this egoic purpose that I had stumbled into, I stumbled into my soul's purpose. And all of it, even though in the moment that we're yelling at each other, it doesn't necessarily make sense. And what's showing up is not this ideal form. There's an egoic death happening there. Because I get connected with either I want more of this or not this. And it returns me to a reflective place to really connect with what I want.